Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you want to support us a little further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Members gain access to some really cool emotes that we have. And if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns, be sure to join our Patreon listed down in the description below. Join at the wait list, which is pretty much open right now, aside from people who are waiting for slots in games that currently don't have slots. So, yeah, we can move through that fairly easily. But let's learn about the Abaquin Desert, shall we? So, this is my first time running a campaign inside of this specific territory. The Abaquin Desert lies to the far east inside of a newly discovered continent called Komartar. The desert is harsh, unforgiving to most individuals that would try to exist out here, aside from the remote tribes that live out inside of the heartless dunes themselves. Most of these tribes are associated closely with the Abaquin people. The various different types of elves that have lived in this territory existed and moved throughout most of its existence. Though a lot of their culture has been lost to the sands of time, yes, there will be plenty of puns about shit like this here, there's still a strong sense of community and bond between the vast majority of the people who live off of this harsh land and environment. Now, we are going to be starting in a small territory by comparison of the entirety of the Abaquin Desert called Casino. Casino is one of the first locations outside of the Carnage Valley from the primary area of the Crosslands. It has within it 8 distinct tribes, though at one point in time, it used to be hundreds of tribes. The individuals who have built and cultivated this strong community, all of which taking over those smaller tribes as they see fit. The primary commerce in this localized area is gambling. A lot of people come here to see the beautiful casino that resides at the very large oasis of water that lies right outside of the dunes themselves. One of the only large bodies of water within the entirety of the Abaquin Desert, though there are smaller locations out there as well. It being so large, so vast, and yet to really run dry in the hundreds of years that Casino has existed, it draws the most tourists in towards it. Among these tribes are not just the casino gambling people of the Kaziun, but there are those that have different means of commerce. Some that maintain the agriculture and the oasis itself. These people are called the Almaj. There are others that have their own little adventurers guild with the ability to go out and find ruins, pillage them, defile grave sites, and whatever they can to make a quick buck and coin off of the riches and treasures of people in the past. These are the Katsun. There's even a political government and information gathering, Fasid, and a couple of other tribes within this area. But quite possibly the most actively influential tribe that we are going to be looking at more closely is the Katiri Mill. The people who maintain and control the vast fighting pits throughout Casino, as well as the harsh military that consists of majority their gladiators and a few other individuals who have retired. We begin on the day of one of these casino fights. Now, as you all have your own motivations to come to this fight, we begin with you, Fenrith, as you are the second person to arrive here today. Jack having to already leave ahead of you to set up the proper paperwork as he always has to handle. You showing up second to get an eye for what it is you have to do, who you have to fight. Though today is supposed to be an easy match for you. Would you like to describe what Fenrith looks like, please?
Fen is about 5'9", wearing a mix of leathers that are pretty much like scrapped from creatures. He wears a like wolf's head. The bottom has been kind of cut out over him and like draped down, covered in like a lot of tattoos, having like jewels of teeth and stuff like that. So his hair is quite wild and hanging down low, almost to almost like his chest. He is quite tan, given that we are in the desert and he's been here for a very long time. And kind of like a wild child kind of thing, you know, like one of the wild boys.
Alrighty. Now, as you have been instructed, today is supposed to be a good, easy fight for you, which you kind of need. The past couple of matches have always been skewed against your favor. And 3 losses in a row is not very good for most gladiators to be experiencing. It would devalue your, well, worth, particularly to Jack, and possibly more importantly, to yourself as well. I mean, if you can't even beat the average person here, what the fuck are you doing here as a fighter, right? It's kind of the point of the pits. You arrive nice and early to go over to the stocks. Every match out here, they put out a range of weapons that you'll be allowed to choose from to bring with you into this fight. As, unless you're in one of the higher sponsored fights, you're not allowed to bring your own equipment. You have to bring or take what they offer here with you. Now, you've learned a little bit about this Aaron Kakra that you've been supposed to fight against. Fairly quick, nimble, can fly into the air. That can be a little bit of a problem, but you have abilities to get around that. By your best estimate, he'd probably be somebody who wants to stick to a further away fight. Fenrith, I'd like you to roll me an insight check as you look at the arsenal at the table.
Insight. 21. I study the items. I would need something to bring him down to the ground. A net?
Oh, I froze. You look at the table, and yes, turn on your dice, everybody. Thank you. As you look at the table, you notice something a little weird. There's no range weapons. I mean, there's daggers and hatchets, but that's off. This individual you're supposed to be fighting is airborne, and that is one of their greatest advantages against somebody like you. All right, I think I have to reset Zoom real quick.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I have to reset Zoom. It completely froze this side of my screen.
Oh, yeah. It's completely frozen on the, except for inside Roll20.
Am I back? All right, nice and easy. Now it's back, everybody. Let me just keep the task manager open in case I gotta close that shit again. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. This is suspicious. Kind of like your first match, where the weapons on the table didn't match up against who you were supposed to fight. Yes, and as you are realizing this, you hear a sigh from an individual walking up behind you. You turn and you see Jezemi, the Conqueror, as he has been referred to here. You're aware that so long as you have a winning record of at least 75%, you earn a title within these fighting pits. And his winning record, well, I don't need to tell you, is incredible. As he walks up behind you. Hey, Finn.
Conqueror, I assume from looking at this that you'll be joining me.
Well, the person you were supposed to fight against last night ended up breaking his arms somehow.
How convenient.
He rolls his eyes and looks over at you like, sorry. And, well, I'm not quite sure what happened, but Jerry had to relinquish my contract over to Roline.
Why do we even put up with them if they were down in the pits with us?
The majority of them, I have to agree with you. But, you know how it is. Rather be a person of my honor than worry about somebody else's.
One day the jaws will wrap around them.
That's the hope. He kind of looks a little bit down at you. He's not, like, monstrously large. He's only 6 feet tall, but you're kind of short.
What does Jezemi
by
wear?
comparison. He's wearing medium armor, breastplate, and looking at the table, you know his favorite weapon is the greatsword or the battle axe.
Cool.
He's bulky. He looks at you. I was given an order from Roline to break your legs in the match.
I guess I'll just.
Apparently, he's not a big fan of Jack.
I guess it'll just have to be something that doesn't have legs.
That's not what he told me. Oh no, man. Might be a good call for you to forfeit, but at least give me a good enough fight that I don't get the chance to break them, okay?
All right. We'll see what happens. You never know. You can't stay the apex forever.
Yeah, that's the hope. And he sticks his hand down to you. I mean, among all of the gladiators, Jesme is the gentlest of the giants. You know, there's other people who are really nice, but they're not high up on the rung. You know, they're probably at this point slightly above you in ranking. Unfortunately, with your recent loss streak, you've moved down in ranking to like top 50.
Gotcha.
Which is, you're better than that. It's just they keep fucking you over. But he just shakes your hand and.
Oh no! We do the.
Sure,
yes,
sure,
we're
sure.
gladiators.
Yeah.
Joey.
Sure.
The bro thing.
Yeah.
Grab on, brother.
Sure. And he'll look at the table and, well, he'll pick up a greatsword.
I take none of them.
Ooh, ballsy. Now, let's go over to the other person who has been here. Jack, you showed up roughly about an hour ago or so to start your paperwork, and you received the message this morning from your benefactor, and they are not very happy with you. Though your gambling bits have been good, like anybody who would challenge you, your win rate is above 75%, which is astonishing for a gambler. But the well seems to be drying up of people who actively wish to go against you, and, well, Kaziun can get very upset when all of their people are not winning, particularly Gatash, the leader. And as you are sitting there formalizing all of your paperwork, double-checking everything to make sure it is all right, roll me an investigation roll, please.
Certainly. I forgot I put it up on this screen so we can do it faster.
Yep.
Oops, I don't know why that was on. I'll turn that off.
It's fine if you have it like that. We can just look and see which die we're taking. But 25, your first time reading through this...
Sorry, you said inside I hit investigation.
No, I said investigation.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, you're reading your contract for the fight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 2 nights ago, when you signed up for this fight with Fen, you were a little tipsy after a good run in the casino. I mean, you had 2 people play with you in blackjack, and even if that's not your forte, your exact game, you still ended up profiting majorly off of them. These out-of-towners don't really understand how good you are and how much skill goes into gambling. They think it's all pure luck, which is to your favor. But you had a couple of drinks, and you thought this contract seemed standardized, but now that you're reading through it again, you realize there is some wording in there for emergency substitution within 24 hours. If one of the combatants grow unable to put up a dutiful and reasonable fight in the bout, they can be replaced by anyone else who is a gladiator underneath their sponsor, which is Roland. That's not normal in the contracts. And as you're reading through it, Roline goes over to sit on top of his nice little bridge. He has this beautiful carpet, same as you. Though yours is a little more worn than his. He has personal cleaners to take care of it. And he looks over at you. Jacques, how you go, friend?
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm good. It's good to see you. I noticed something here, though, on the contract. I don't recall this being in there.
Well, I'm fairly certain that's standard for our newest contracts we were offering just a few days ago.
Must have missed the
What,
memo.
did you not read through it?
I must have missed the memo.
Well, don't worry. In most situations, I'm sure it wouldn't barely even matter, but unfortunately, my newest gladiator broke his arm last night.
Pity.
Yes, but don't worry. I found a different individual, luckily. And Jack, this guy, he has a handful of good fighters, but like even his best fighter would be like a difficult match for Fen. Like one that he could manage. Like you could put trust in Fen against this. I mean, Roline and Fen, you and Roline have a good enough arsenal of gladiators you having just Fen, that you're supposed to have a really good winning average against this guy. You were ready for the situation, just in case something went wrong.
I'm going to do an insight check on him telling me about the broken arm and swamp.
Okay.
I already know the answer, but I'm going to do it anyway. Makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no proof, but more than likely, Roline probably manipulated things to probably get some type of an advantage in this fight. You know, the Katiri have been aiming to de-rank Fen enough and your accreditation to remove you from the casino.
Well,
but yeah, go ahead.
I just must have missed it. Sorry to hear about your gentleman. Maybe we can meet tomorrow for dinner or something.
I would love to have a dinner tomorrow night. It'll be on the winner, right?
Yes, of course. I'll have my people contact your people and they can figure out the details.
Wonderful. There's my fighter now. You look across the way and you see Jezemi, who is the third best gladiator in all of Casino, also not under Roline, as far as you knew. He's ranked number 3.
Maybe I miscaught something. I see you've picked up a new member?
Yes. Turns out Jerry is not very good with their handling of funds. Got into a little trouble with debt. I'm sure you understand that. And, well, contract made the debt go away.
Yes. Shame to hear that. But, you know, if you're not good with your money, that's what happens.
Correct. And he seems to have a very snaky look at you now, like his plans are all coming together. Yes.
Yes, well, I look forward to dinner. I'm sure it'll be good, and I'm glad you're paying.
Don't give up so easily. And he just keeps watching over the arena. Now, around this time, let's go with the out-of-towners. Katarine, and I'm just going to call you Bart. No, I'll call you Cat and Bart. It'll make my life a lot easier. Cat and Bart.
That is fine by me.
So, as the two of you woke up early this morning, having to leave the nicer inn that you both were staying at roughly about a week ago, to lower your expenditures while inside of town. Kat, your coin purse is noticeably very empty right now. You are down to only a single gem, one that you brought with you from your home.
Well, Bart, it seems that we have something to do.
We're going to need to find something to do. I would hate to see you have to sell that. It was your mother's. And, well, I have a few coins that I've picked up, but we will definitely need to find some kind of work. I don't see myself as much of a proficient gambler, but I'm sure we can think of something.
Well, I've heard that there was this fight here in Arena. It was a lucky match.
It's very
Perhaps
little luck in arena fight, but
it is either we bet this or we are on the street. And I'd rather keep up appearances.
well, it's a good thing I know more about fighting than I do about cards. If I can judge one bet, it will be this fight. Besides, it will at least be good to take our minds off things, and worst comes to worst, I talk to someone about getting myself in the pits. I can handle any of these desert cores.
I'm sure.
Now, I would like Kat to describe what her character looks like, please, as the two of you walk past one of these local stalls and can pick up gyros for a couple of chump change. Bart, remove 1 silver piece for the 2 gyros for breakfast.
Katarine Kalishnik is, she is fairly tall for a woman. She's about 5'9", very petite build, so like a ballet dancer kind of build to her. As they're walking around outside, she has a cloak up over her face, but there is still a bit of sunburn across her nose and cheeks because she's extremely pale. Her black hair is pulled back into a series of braids that ends, part of it still falls loose, and she's wearing a leather jacket that has a tail to it with and all black, with kind of a loose blouse and leather pants, and it's all extremely nice. But anyone looking very closely will see that it does look a bit worn in ways that like mending can't fix. So it's a little bit sun faded, that sort of thing. And she has absolutely piercing, like glacial blue eyes. And she kind of looks a little bit unhinged, like she would carve someone's liver out and eat it. Like there's just that little bit of like crazy that's like there.
And Bart, because you are not wearing that level of armor currently.
No, not yet. At one point in his life, he had that, but alas, it was lost in their escape from their home. Bart is clearly from the same place as Catherine, of similar paleness, but his skin has clearly been more sun-worn than hers. It's the look of a man who's spent many, many years training outside. His skin is a little bit leathery, even despite the paleness, and he definitely carries a few, scars from fights and training accidents and things like that. Very clearly a military man in the way he holds himself, and sticking to Catherine in the same manner that a guard dog would. Like, if he was small enough to be walking between her legs to protect her, he would. But he's just, like, glued to the back shoulder, very clearly ready to push people out of the way if they get in front of her and things like that, keeping an eye out. Sandy blonde hair, cut fairly severely to, maintain a professional look, but also minimize any risk of someone grabbing it in a fight or something like that. And sort of bottle green eyes, definitely some flecks of brown in there, but mostly green, as you would expect from someone who grew up in a very cold, brightly lit area. Pretty big guy, 6'1", just shy of 100 kilos, or what's that, like 180 pounds, 200 pounds, something like that. And wearing well-maintained but very functional chainmail. Again, not suited to the climate they're in now. He's probably sweating bullets at all times, but there's no way he's removing his protection for the sake of his own comfort when it could put his ability to protect Katarine at risk.
Now, Bart, one thing, just so people are aware, you don't have to be eating this cheapo food if it wasn't for the fact that you're constantly kind of being watched since you're the out-of-towners. And last time you tried creating meals for you and Kat, it didn't really go so well. Mostly the threat of broken fingers while you were sleeping, not really to your liking. It's hard to hold a sword when your fingers are broken.
Yeah.
So
out-of-towners are going to eat our food, or you're going to go hungry, which is fine.
Yeah.
Which is fine for him. He's very much a food is fuel kind of guy. He's the kind of person who, if it was put in front of him, he'd eat tuna pasta with ketchup on it just because it's the food that's in front.
I'm not gonna lie, tuna pasta is actually really fucking good.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
with ketchup.
That's what I mean. This is what I've got. Cool. I'll eat it.
Add a little pepper in that.
He would
Anyways.
like for Katarine to be eating something fancier, but times are hard and they've been on the run for a while. So he's just making do with what he can.
So, as the two of you are going over out of town, actually, let me show you all the town map so you have a reference for where you are going. This is the map of the territory of Casino. Now, places are not labeled quite yet. I'm sorry, I ran out of time. We have battle maps.
I'd rather have battle maps.
The two of you are staying in the lower end out here, where there's a little bit of agriculture that goes on, a little bit of trade of goods, but mostly necessities. And you are heading over to this arena out here, which is actually an outcropping of multiple different arenas. Though it is one of the lower end ones, the buy-ins for some of the higher scale arenas is a lot more expensive. And considering the gem you have remaining, this is the only one you could afford to bet at anyways. But tripling your payout for your gem would be really good if you can have this go in your favor. So,
How much is
the two of you
gem
walk.
worth?
23 gold
Cat.
currently.
These fighting things in Casino aren't cheap.
No.
You just paid 5 copper for a simple gyro. street vendor, Gyro. Like,
Hey, street food is good food. Is that a big ass black pyramid in the center of the town?
that is actually the Darkspire Citadel.
Sick.
It is one of the locations where the guards of the area. Oh, did I attract your attention, Fen? Yeah.
I've been looking at the map, but that
You muted after what?
ominous.
What? It's a Black Spire Citadel. It is the location that the Katiri Mill and the Kazi-Un both collectively share, where Katiri gets to militarize and keep a close watch on the waters. That is the most important thing in all of Casino. This is the majority of their income comes from people having to pay exorbitant fees for water. And Kazi-Un actually owns it. It is a tall spire that looks over the majority of Casino with ease. It is the tallest structure inside of this territory. Roughly about 500 feet tall in total.
Epic. Love it.
So, the two of you are walking out there, and you make it over towards a bet master. One of the people who are the bookies for the Katiri. You approach over towards them, and I don't know, have either of you done any pit fight gambling in Casino yet? You've been here for a couple of weeks.
Catherine is good at cards.
Yeah.
So no.
We probably
So-
haven't bet. Probably haven't bet on the pits here. Definitely gone to check them out. And Bartikov is no stranger to betting on fights, but usually like betting, duties as opposed to money. Like, I'll trade you a week of latrine duty if this guy beats this guy or something like that.
So, there is an Abaquin bookie here. You can tell they're Abaquin because the ears go out to the sides instead of straight back as an elven individual. The Abaquin elves have ears that go out. No matter what sub-race they are, they always go out. It's easier to hear everything around you instead of keeping them to the sides and worrying about aerodynamics. But the individual seems to be taking a few bets, and even as the two of you are walking over here, Katarine, you heard this Fen guy is supposed to have an easy win here, and it's a safe bet, though you only get a third of the value of what you bet against him as your payout. And as the two of you approach, the individual looks over at the two of you, standing on top of a wooden box and barely... Bart, how tall are you?
6'1".
Barely a couple of inches taller than you, standing on top of a crate. Looks at the two of you. Ah, hello. You must be out-of-towners. Are you both, going to be gambling today?
I will.
Very good. Are you doing it in cash or in value?
In value. I have gem.
Do you want this payout in cash or...
In cash.
Do you... So you don't want the gem back after you put up the collateral?
We would like.
Or do you wish to collateral betting?
We would like the gem back and any winnings in cash, if that is okay.
He holds his hand out to look at the gem.
And she'll show it.
We'll value this at about 23 gold. Cat, back home, that's worth at least 100.
Sure.
Very good. Now, who would you be wagering this on right now?
Who are the fighters today?
Well, Fen, what was your revoked title after 3 consecutive losses? Fen the...
Beast Boy.
We have Fen, the individual previously known as Beast Boy.
Just formerly known as Ben.
as
And
Mouse Cop.
we have Choke, an Aaron Kakura newbie who's going to be trying to make a name for himself. You never know what is going to be happening when this fight transpires. And I will tell you there are 3-to-1 odds that Fen wins. But if you are really looking for a gamble, you put it on Choke.
I fear.
Do you want the safe bet or do you want the gamble?
I fear adventurous. Let us do the bet on joke.
Very well. He tosses the gem in the air, catches it, and flicks it, and it just disappears from his hand. We'll hold on to this until you get back. Here is your wager slip, and you both have admittance into the viewer seats because of this. At this time, Samdi, you have been walking up towards the betting agent, and you've heard their interaction. Samdi, would you like to describe what you look like, please?
All right. Samdi is a lizard folk through and through. Seemingly of a alligator nature, maybe a crocodile, hard to tell. But he arrives wearing what go for what?
I don't know
damn
what.
it.
You do you, ignore them.
Yes, I'm going to do that now. He arrives wearing what looks like I wouldn't call it fancy. It's like a mockery of fancy. But he seems to be wearing a roughed up top hat. He's wearing an overcoat instead over nothing. It's just an overcoat and a little vest. But he is holding a pair of dice in one hand, just idly playing with them as he walks towards the betting. No.
All right. And as you approach
Gucci
over
instead of
to
Gucci.
the bet master, hey, you see him flick away that gem as you approach over, and the other two are already walking away as you get over to him. Ah, Samdi, how are you?
Good.
Good. Are you going to be betting today? It's not every day we see you gambling down here in the pits.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Who are you betting on? 3-1 on Fen.
You know, I like that bird fellow. I might as well put my trust in him.
Kindred spirits.
Kindred spirits.
Very good. And how much are you wagering down?
I will be putting down 10 gold.
Okay. They must be treating you very well over there, huh? And he holds out his hand for your coins.
Better than you can imagine.
He takes the 10 coins and flicks them in the air, and by the time they land in his palm, they disappear. Best of luck to you, sir. Go on in. Here is your slip.
I will take it and put it in my breast pocket, which is way oversized.
Of course, of course. Now that the majority of you are here, let's go back over towards the casino fighting pit map. Bartkov, Katarine, both of you are going to be seated on this side as you bet on House Katiri, Representative Roland. But as you get over here, the two of you notice there's no Aaron Cochra preparing themselves over at the station. There's what might be Air Genasi and, well, Beast Boy, of course.
This is not right candidates.
This could either be very good for us or very, very bad. On one hand, if this new guy is much, much better and our bet sticks, easy money. On the other hand, if new guy wins, Boki will be very pissed off.
Very true.
Now, Samdi, place yourself on the map as well and choose your seated position you want to be at. Of course, on the side of roll line.
So are these two both side of roll line?
Yes. Roll line is all the way down here.
Right. So
There you go.
I'm just going to walk up next to Katarine and I'm going to say, why, that would be Jezumi. Never expected the third strongest to show up in this pit.
You're not fucking with us?
Why would I be doing that? Out of towner.
In your experience, what happens in these substitutions with bet?
I think they'll make no exceptions. And he will smile
No.
a mile wide.
Now, as you are all checking out everybody, we did skip over Jack's description previously. Everybody looks over at Jack. Fen, you probably have a look for him, given the circumstance. But, Jack, please describe what you look like. We skipped that. I
Oh,
apologize.
no worries. I thought we were going to do it after Ash, but we can do it now.
Yeah.
Jack, he's about 5'8", little slender, not terribly slender, but more on the slender side. He's wearing a nice, what appears to be like a suit with a vest, bow tie, but it's, if you look at it, the material's thicker. It's probably armored or armor itself. He's got a nice derby that he wears. He's darker skin, has his hair in cornrows going back. I doubt they are, but just a quick question. Are people, do they have their weapons here, or are they checked? They don't bring them.
Weapons are checked by everybody except the guards. So your personal guard, you don't have one. You don't have that much money at your disposal. Nobody else is allowed to bring things with them other than the guards, which means, Katarine, if you had a blade on you, you'd have to check it in. But Bartkov has his.
Personal guards on the ring currently.
Cool. Good thing
Yeah.
I don't really need
Right.
mine.
So I will describe any weapons later on that he may have. But yeah, so
Very
seems very nice, gentleman. If you look at him, though, you notice that his right leg is kind of twisted, and he walks fairly slow.
God damn it! It froze again. I don't know why Zoom keeps doing this. Give me 1 second.
Well, God's not looking. Damn it.
I'm back. It literally takes 1 second.
No, I
it's
just said
fucking
quick.
stupid.
Well, God's not looking.
By the way, Joey, if my spells look different, I did switch them based off of who I was going to previously fight.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
So,
And
I didn't start
Earthbind.
stuff. Yeah, so I have like
Sucks to be you.
Earthbind.
yeah.
And yeah, I'll describe my weapons later. And I'm glad I did not wear my regular black shirt with the.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
happens.
yeah. It doesn't work that
Or
well.
his
Yeah,
brown
yeah.
pants.
Anyways, as you are getting positioned, you already see that for some reason there are 3 betters on the other side. Now, I have a question. Jack and Samdi, do the two of you passingly know about one another? You're both a little influential among the tribes. You know, not super notable, but people in the know would know things.
I mean, how common are lizard folk?
I'm sure I've seen him.
They're not uncommon out here.
Yeah.
What's my?
Therefore, probably very, very passingly, because he doesn't care about anyone who isn't
Now,
directly involved.
what tribe do you belong to, Samdi?
It was the scavengers. Let me.
That would
Katsun.
be the Katsun. Jack, do you have any interactions with the Katsun? They're the people who do all of the ruins, pillaging, adventurers guild type stuff.
Occasionally I might have games with people from Katsun if they're looking to. Well,
Alright.
so either 2 ways. Yes, actually, I do. I actually would.
Okay.
The 2 ways would either be games. Also, people might seek me out to sell some stuff, and I might buy some stuff for them, and then maybe sell it to somewhere else.
So, Samdi, what would Jack know about you in passing? Just through association of associates.
Wondering what he would actually like. But besides the fact that he also kind of walks with a limp. Not a limp, more like lack of care for how he steps. Brutish.
So not like a pimp strut.
Not a pimp strut, but he doesn't really strut. He just.
More of a waddle.
Not a waddle either.
Oh, I just pictured your little tush.
No, that's not.
Is it a swagger? Do you walk with a swagger?
I'm basically trying to say he does not have a dex.
Gotcha.
Kind of like
He is not. He is not the slimmest of all people.
That's fair. That's fair. So you would know that about him, and his association with Katsun, which is not very uncommon. Katsun, which is not very uncommon for them to like go to the low end pits and gamble away the riches. Most people who belong to Katsun are big risk takers, and it makes sense. But you see 2 out of towners, which I mean, by the looks of it, they're probably obnoxious gamblers that are about to get fucking lucky. Now, you also notice, Jack, that there's somebody currently getting stopped by a couple of the guards approaching towards you, as this individual just walked a direct path as quickly as possible to where he was supposed to meet you. Ash, please describe what you look like.
I'm around 5'8", thing, very muscular, with paper thin clothes, shorts, and a vest that's up in the front, and as Zin called them, gutters, abs. His hair is kind of you like that. His hair is very as long as disheveled, and he's just annoyed by the guards and try and wave over to Jack, trying to decide whether he wants to cause an issue or not.
So Jack, you see the guards currently like holding him up and like, you know, stopping him as he's just walking directly towards you.
Jack Jack gives a sigh of relief. Ash, and I'll start walking over. Ash, you're a little late, but it's okay. Come sit over here.
Ash squeezes between the guards and goes to join Jack.
Yep. The guards kind of like get a little bit of a huff after you let him in without paying, but you know, you're allowed to do that. As pissed off as they get, you're allowed to. It's, you know, he's your guest.
Glad you made it. We'll talk after the match, but I don't have much word. I don't know if you have either, but let's discuss it after the match. Let's see how the odds go. Let's see what happens.
So, over the next 10-15 minutes, there's another 20 people who show up in total, all mostly spectators, individuals who are trying to keep a closer eye on what is going on out here and betting as well. About 5 of them go over towards Roland's side, and the other 15 are sitting on your side, Jack. Which, you know, Katarine and Bart, you both distinctly notice that there clearly seems to be a lot more faith in Jack's side than on your side. But there is a proctor that puts a hush over the crowd as you all are out here. Everybody, silence! You see the Abaquin individual swaggers out here. The same person who took all of the bets for everyone. We have a interesting turn of events. Apparently, through some type of unfortunate, our previous fighter representing Roline was unable to make it, and you hear boos coming from the crowd over, particularly on Jack's side. They all seem to be much more upset about this development. It's okay. We have a different individual. His first time appearing in the lower pits in 4 years. Jesemy, welcome back, my friend. And the crowd begins reluctantly applauding or very bombastically applauding. And for all of you sorry sacks of shit who can't afford the better fighting pits, most of the people laugh and chuckle. Jesumine, the current rank 3 champion in all of Katiri. We welcome you to be here and conquer yet another savage foe. In the other corner, we have Fen, the fighter previously known as Beast Boy, and there's chuckles in the crowd. And will today be his final bout and battle in these arenas? Or will he prove that ferocity can beat out mana? This is a simple fight. Only weapons at your disposal are those on your person that you took from out front. No leaving the arena. You may go as high into the sky as you wish, if that is something you can do. And no outside influences. We have our own proctors examining and watching for this. You see that there is a handful of Katiri outside of the arena, watching the crowd in particular. They are examining, looking for interference. But anyways, Challenger Fenrith, do you have anything to say to those putting their trust and wallets on you?
I don't say anything. I'm focused on Jesemy currently.
How about his wonderful proctor and benefactor? Gestures at you, Jack.
Jack knows I don't say anything.
Yeah. May this be a great game and fabulous entertainment. And I'll raise my glass, whatever it is.
All right, roll me a persuasion roll. Let's see how the crowd likes you right now.
So we want that guy to win. Ash whispers.
Some of the people in the crowd seem pissed off already that they seem to be duped like you were.
Mm-hmm.
And the other side, they're just laughing hysterically at, well, to them, a perceived easy payday.
I'll lean over to Ash and answer Ash's questions. We want Fen to win, and there's some chicanery afoot. Well, it depends on how you want to share it.
Sean Connery is afoot.
Is he a good fighter?
Yes, he's very good, and he should not have been the replacement. Fen is good too, don't get me wrong, but I was not planning on keeping him in the pits for much longer.
And on the other side, the challenged, valiantly so, he kind of laughs and the crowd laughs as well, Jesemy, the Conqueror. Current record 53-7. The crowd all begins erupting and booing simultaneously.
This is a very lucky day.
Conqueror, do you have any words? Fen, he puts on his act as he is supposed to. He is a gladiator.
Yeah.
This savage beast will be slain today. And people in the crowd who are fanboys of him just immediately, well, yeah! And he looks over at you with a little, sorry. Then, without further interference, he quickly runs outside of the arena. Everybody, fight! All right, Fen and Jezemy, I need both of you to roll me initiative. And I need one other person to roll me a dexterity check. Or not dexterity, a d20, straight d20.
Do you
Guess
mean
I'll
we
roll
all fight or just the people in the ring?
It's just the arena fighting.
There's a d20.
We rolled the same thing either way. Wow, you guys are slow.
Well, there is a moment of hesitation from both of them as the fighting is called to an immediate uproar. The crowd begins shouting and screaming aggressively about either this is completely unfair, this is bullshit, or at the fact that, you know, there's going to be a fight and they get to see this for cheap. Now, Fenrith, you hesitate for the briefest of moments on reputation alone, but you see he gives you a nod as you get to act first. What do you do?
Cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and Fen is going to kind of like space out his legs almost, like a horse stance. And then he's going to like kind of move a bit and then slam his foot into the ground. And I'm going to cast Erupting Earth on Jezemy.
Well, please roll that in chat.
Oh god, the furry sumo wrestler.
I didn't know this with an earthbending match.
Hush.
The boulder, fear my wrath.
So dex save. Oh wow. Okay, so he did roll decent.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he is successful. Keep in mind, for his class, it's easier to be successful. On
so it's
saving
all
throws.
difficult terrain. 20 feet area centered on him.
Ooh. All right, draw me your box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Utilizing your color, of
Yep.
course.
Draw a shape.
So
20 feet on all
you
sides.
erupt the earth around him, and he takes half of the damage as the standing location that he was on now becomes very difficult, and his ankle kind of twists up a little bit as he's trying to become more sure-footed and looks over at you with a nod of, okay, there we go. Not bad. So how much is half? 7?
Yep.
It's a 20-foot cube, not a 20-foot radius.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Yep. Thank you, Carl.
Much smaller.
How do I get rid of it?
Half as much.
You don't get rid of it. We just shrink it down to
I'll just
a...
redo it. I'll just redo it. Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
So just 4 feet, 4 squares on each side.
Sorry.
It's fine. You can actually just expand it. Okay, we'll
Oh,
delete that.
fuck.
So you start it right there on
Yep.
him? Alrighty. It erupts behind him, and he begins becoming a little less sure-footed as this happens. And now it is Jezemine's turn. Jezemy will look over at you. It is unfortunate to do this so quickly, but he will raise the sword, spin it around twice, and cut a lash of air in your direction. And as this happens, you see this golden hook spin around like a little tiny crescent cleave from behind you as he casts Spiritual Weapon behind you.
Either he's a fucking paladin or a fucking cleric, and I love it.
Probably a paladin.
His name
The
is
Conqueror. Conquest
Yeah.
Paladin. Yep.
You hear a raucous laughter from Samdi.
Like that?
It's more of a he's coughing up his food as he's just watching this with just eating something.
Alrighty, so his spell attack modifier is not that great. 14 to hit.
Miss. I just kind of dodge
Okay.
out of the way as I sense it coming from behind.
Very nice, very nice. Now, after that happens, he is going to difficultly step through this area. So 10, 20, 30, and then for his action, he is going to dash towards you. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's starting to charge directly towards you, leaving that area and using his weapon as a momentary distraction to swipe and cleave around you. All done. Now, outside, if anybody wishes to attempt to do something, outside is when you can do it. But you have to interrupt me at the end of Jezemine's turn to go, I'd like to do something, okay? So this is your opportunity. Are any of you trying to cheat?
Not currently.
Not
Okay.
currently.
Okay. Fen, it is your turn again. Yup, this guy is as direct as they come, which is one of the only counters to you. somebody who's just going to maul you.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Fen is then going to look back at the fire behind him, look at Jessamine, and I'm going to heat metal level 2 on his armor.
On his armor. Okay. Well, he can't drop it anyways.
He spins and like just throws at him. He takes 13 fire, I believe.
Roll the ability in chat. I think if you are successful on your saving throw, you only take half.
Yeah, yep.
Heat metal, the bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to continue the damage. Wearing the object and taking damage from it constantly to drop the item. It's only to drop, not for half damage. All right.
And
so he takes
bonus action. Fen's body begins to shift and change as I turn into a giant boa constrictor.
So go ahead, adjust your temporary hit points directly on your sheet, so it'll show.
That's on my sheet or on my token?
On your sheet, not
I put
your
on my
token.
sheet.
If you put it, then why isn't it showing up on your...
It shows up in the...
Oh, you didn't change the max. Yeah, okay, that's fine. There we go.
Oh, is there a max temporary too?
No, I just...
And then I'm going to... Let me just look. I'm going to...
That's action bonus.
I'm going to use my movement to move 30 feet all the way down, away from his sword. I'm just measuring.
Yep.
Down to there.
Jack says under his breath. Nice.
Alrighty. So that's your go.
Yep.
Jessamine's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. Will run over towards you. As his bonus action, he is going to whistle and the blade zooms a little bit closer towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20. Not quite enough to get there, but he is going to take his heavy weapon, sorry about this, and begin swinging into you twice. Going off of the boa constrictor's
12.
AC, he hits 10 plus 5 is 15. He is going to pump a second level smite into that, and that is going to be an additional 2d8.
I'm assuming he passed his con save.
He was successful, but he can't drop his armor anyways.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying for disadvantage.
Spiritual weapon.
No, spiritual weapon.
Oh, you're right. It's not. I forgot.
That's why it's so fucking good.
Conquest,
Yeah. So that is going to be 23 points of total damage against you. I need you to make a con save.
Is that just for... Oh, wait.
DC 12.
37. Con save. Let me make sure the boa is not better than me. Nope, it's not.
You still have to roll boa.
No, I don't.
Physically, you are the snake.
I keep my proficiencies, though.
Oh, yeah, you have your proficiency bonus, but you have its con bonus. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a D20.
In most situations, it's way better because T-Rex con compared to most people's cons.
I can't turn into a T-Rex for...
Yet.
That's polymorph.
Yeah.
11. Yep, heat metal's down. It's fine.
Yeah, heat metal is gone, so now that dot is off of him. Second attack at a normal roll. That is going to be an 11, which misses, right?
Misses.
Yeah. He swings the first time, gashing into you, and in that moment of you slithering, you lose the spell itself, and as he swings the second time, thin, and he swings wide over top of you. Good. Keep moving. Outside, nobody spoke up, so nothing is happening. Oh.
No,
yes.
God. Go ahead.
Okay.
Finrith just hears in his head, does he speak Celestial?
No.
It's just like the most horrific screeching.
All right. I need you to give me a...
It's the telepathic. There's...
Yes, I'm wondering if this would help you in any shape, way, or help debilitate him in any shape, way, or form. Trying to distract, so you're giving the help action to Jessamy?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't you
from afar
bet against Jessamy?
No, she bet for Jessamy.
Okay, good.
Gambling. All right. So you do that, and because your ability has no verbal or semantic components...
I'm not within 60 feet, Jess.
So there a limit?
Yep.
Should be.
60 feet.
Ah, damn it! Then,
Dear guy.
Don't think I won't look up your abilities.
Well, then I will boop. I will just kind of lean forward. And now, yes.
She realized she
You
can
foiled
move.
my plan.
It was 5 feet. I can move 5 feet.
Yes. So, you are giving the help action to Jessamy. Fenrith, you hear this celestial scream in your head, and it's just... Oh, that's annoying. Where is that coming from? The proctors are usually really good at stopping magic. But all right, Samdi,
Meanwhile,
you sounded like you were trying to.
yeah, exactly. Meanwhile,
As if he needs help.
Santi is going to get up excitedly, holding his bucket of chicken.
Mhm.
He's going to step forward as well.
Oh, sorry, it's a bucket of ostrich.
It's mega chicken,
Exactly. Big.
and I'm going to using more psionics
Yes.
since he's within 60 feet of me. Poor bastard. I'll be using 2 sorcery points to cast 3 of all components because psionic sorcery.
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. What are you casting?
You better get your spells out now. I'm gonna eat.
Mind Whip, you dick.
What does that do?
Oh. There you go.
Guys,
Give me an intelligence save, Fen.
Nope.
Poor bastard.
Sorry, you take 10 psychic
That's
damage
fine.
and must choose whether to move, an action, or a bonus
That's
action.
Does Ash notice anything?
Nope. All they're doing is like secretive shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're doing
so-
it.
Yeah. None of them are using components of any kind. They're just, well, I mean, they're moving forward and looking more intently. So if you are actively watching, we can start that this round, Ash, to roll a perception check to see if somehow you notice this difficult challenge. And I'm going to do the same for all of the guards that are keeping watch as well.
Perception.
I hope you all get thrown in jail.
You.
Oh, just wait till I turn back
Oh.
and call lightning hits you all.
Fuck that crowd in particular.
Can't use call lightning indoors, I think.
We're
Horse
outdoors.
fans.
Ah, it looked indoors. God damn it.
Alrighty. Fen, as this amalgamation of stress and attack is happening on your slithering mind right now, it is becoming increasingly tedious. However, Ash noticed something. And passive of... Oh, shit. I forgot your passive was 21, Ash. Yeah, you're observant. I forgot about that. My bad. The crowd on Rolline's side, there appears to be about 3 or 4 individuals in total who seem far more invested in what is transpiring. But you don't have any proof that anything weird is happening yet. You just notice 4 of them are more invested than just monetarily with all of this. Fen and Ash notice a darkened wind, possibly some type of fleeting sandstorm starting to move in.
Do I hear it?
Fen, it is now your turn.
I know this might be not possible, but as we kind of talked about, Fen has always kind of talked to the arena, the sand spirits and shit like that. Has he heard anything from like that kind of stuff? Like, do they sound weird at all? I have primordial as a language.
Oh, these sands? What other languages do you have?
Speech, Druidic, Abaquin,
Weird sand shit language.
yeah, weird sand people
Yeah,
language.
yeah. Unfortunately, although the fuck you, no. Unfortunately, no. The screaming in your head is what you hear right now. That's what's distracting you the most.
Gotcha. Cool.
So, do you want an action, bonus action, or movement?
Thank you, Carl. I'm gonna attack him with my constrict as the snake tail wraps around him. Is it 5? Yeah. Oh, 6. 18.
18 hits?
Yep.
You hit him?
He is restrained, and he takes. He is grappled, but it counts as restrained, according to the restrictor snake. So.
Yeah.
And he takes 2d8 plus 4.
Go ahead and roll it. So speed is 0. Attack rolls against them have advantage, and their attack rolls have disadvantage, as well as disadvantage on dex saves. Alrighty. So he takes 8. It just starts squeezing against him.
And I just kind of like lift up as I'm about to just go in to just bite him.
Alrighty. Now it is his turn. He's going to whistle again. 5, 10, 15, 20. Not exactly enough to get flanking as a benefit for it. This is a straight attack because it's the weapon, not him.
How do we measure on here again?
5 feet.
There's the snap to center. It's the 4th one down. It's the ruler tool.
All right.
Is that what you're asking about?
Oh, there it is. It always looks weird to me. It doesn't.
yeah,
look like
it's a
ruler
bit
to me.
strange.
13 to hit.
That hits.
For a total of 7 force damage. Cracks right into you. And his first attack, because of Cat's interference, you cheater, he has a straight attack roll against you. For the first one. The second one's still disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Your AC is so small. Yeah, that hits. He doesn't have an absurd to hit, but he has a decent one.
No, I know. The downside of having a bunch of health.
All right. Ooh, I get to re-roll that one. Yeah. Damn it, I rolled lower. So that is 10 and first level smitten on you. I get to re-roll those for a total of 17 points of damage as he kind of like grabs onto a portion of your tail and just starts hacking and trying to cut directly through it. And as that happens, you now restrain him better, and yeah, you see his movements less distracted now as he is going to attack you a second time with disadvantage. 10 misses
10
you.
misses.
He swings and misses, and good fight. Still encouraging you despite the fact that you appear to be
If
winning.
a snake could give it's having fun, it would.
You just lick towards him. Alrighty. That is the end of Jessamine's turn.
The
Outside.
screeching continues.
And Jack kind of winks at the Conqueror. And
Resistance boss.
And I don't.
no, he just does a quick little wink.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's just winking.
And what does that mechanically do anything?
Yeah,
or
it's-
are you just trying to set up a relationship? In the
Nope. It mechanically, I need to roll for an attack.
Go for it. Go for it.
And I just realized it's not set up on my sheet, so I'll just roll 1d20.
List interference.
Hopefully it's not verbal or somatic
Nope,
components.
it's not.
Okay. You have to tell me what this attack is, though, because I'm
Oh,
wondering
Psychic
what the
Blades,
fuck you're
Psychic
doing.
Blades.
Can you roll that in chat for me
Yeah.
so I can read it? I need to make sure it's not ever visible.
Okay.
Kind of like how a warlock. If
Okay.
if a warlock has metamed, go ahead.
Let him
Yeah.
go. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go. If it's visible, then let me know and let me get it in chat, and then
I
I
will.
won't do that. But okay, where is my sheets over here? Do.
It's one of those things. I think it's visible, but they can't tell after it's done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Let's see.
it appears and then vanishes immediately after it hits.
You summon it into your free hand, so that is a physical thing that you throw.
Okay. I was planning on using like hand movements and gestures for it rather than an actual weapon, but okay.
Right. That's fine, but it's still a physical thing that. Fwink,
But
you
the thing
throw.
is, if you do use it and no one's there to see you do it, and somebody comes by later,
Okay. Time to get snipped.
Sorry about that, guys. It crashed
Oh
again.
my god!
I
it
don't
drew
know.
them.
I don't know what is going on with Zoom. It just keeps doing this for me.
No worries. Anyway, I said then, yeah, if it's a visible thing, I don't do it. I wouldn't do anything visible.
That's fair. Wait, did somebody else leave?
No, you just
No.
added. There's two of you.
Oh,
Oh, which means now that the roll 20s message.
I don't.
Oh,
It's gone. It's
Yeah,
gone.
and I don't-
There we go.
I don't know if you got my message earlier, way earlier. Hocus and three of them have been swapped around for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix that. Alrighty, so any outside influences?
I can't do anything without arousing suspicion. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
So
Just the continued screeching, and all it looks like is that she's just watching the fight.
So, with your previous and your observant nature, Ash, this person who, like you, looks like they're not from this area, appears to be looking at Fen more focusedly. But until you see something from Fen that would suggest interference, she might be up to something, but you can't tell anything right now.
and it's too bright to teleport around. I would.
Yep.
I would cast my illusion to make sounds like she's casting something, but she's out of range.
And that would
Yeah,
also be interfering with the
'Cause you're
fight.
casting spells too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if anything does arrive that would point it out to you, you would notice that immediately. It's just right now she's nothing more than suspicious. You know. Alrighty. Now, the two of you notice yet again that the rolling sands seem to be moving in quickly into this area.
My head kind of cocks up and like looks to the side.
And now that it's getting closer, the sand appears to be purple, which is very strange. Anyways, Finn, it is now your turn. Or Fen. I keep calling you Finn. Fen.
How close is the sandstorm?
It's probably going to breach the arena next round.
And how often do sandstorms actually?
Roll through this territory? I mean, every couple of weeks, there's probably one or two of them, but purple, that's the weird part.
I'm going to, because I can move technically with him on me, right? Yeah.
You can move, yes. He cannot.
I'm
It's just while you're moving somebody else, you're half
yeah.
speed.
Yep.
That's all.
I guess I'll attack because I really don't know what it is, honestly. I might notice it a little bit.
All right.
And with the screeching in my head, there's a lot going on. So I will go with a bite attack on him.
Go for it.
At advantage.
Go for it.
Is it 5 or 6? Sorry. 6.
Oh yeah, you hit. And you're nom-nomming him,
It's
or
not
you...
constrict anymore. So basically, if they're constricted, it doesn't do anything more. 13 damage as I come down
not
and
bad.
bite him.
He's looking a little hurt now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll end my turn.
All right. He will move his blade to the other side of you to... Now it gains the benefit of flanking. Remember, he does not, but the blade does. Jeez, that was a shitty roll. 11.
Miss!
As it hooks around to the side, trying to stab into you. Does nothing. Then he is going to look you directly in the eyes. Well, we're going to have to end this sooner or later. Takes a very deep breath and is going to swing his blade at you twice.
Okay.
First one at advantage. Or normal roll. Yeah, that hits you. Gets to re-roll that. Oh. That is going to be 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Without a smite.
Yep.
So that pops you out of your snake form,
Yep.
so he's no longer constricted. You're just hugging him.
Hey, bud.
Move. And he's going to attack you a second time now. Normal attack. Natural fucking 1. He misses. He swings it around another time. Yeah, my dice hate me, okay? This is supposed to be a really tough match for you.
It is. He's almost.
As he swings the blade a second time and shink, right past you. He looks behind him, now becoming aware of the sands. And outside people. All of you now notice the sands that are going to engulf this arena and this territory. The purple haze moving across it and moving around very quickly, dampening the area with a dark silhouette as well. Are any of you reacting before it engulfs this area at the end of the outside?
Yeah, I'm.
Miss.
Let's start with Jack. He spoke first, then Ash, then Bart.
I create a quick psychic link between Fen, Ash, and myself.
Okay. Blink. 3 of you are now linked. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Ash.
What the fuck's up with that sand? It looks like it looks familiar.
I say to him in his mind, you hear in your mind, there might be trouble coming. We can still communicate. You don't have to speak out loud for now.
Bart, your turn.
Mr. Crocodile Man, is this purple sand normal? I would imagine not.
Oh, hell no.
Princess, we must move. Now, get by my side.
Samdi, you hear that.
Santi just
Close.
turns towards Katarine.
And there's like, I will murder you. Look, like, just straight up, like, I will turn you into boots if you fuck with me. Look, and
And
then
of
she'll
course,
get.
before I turn you into some myself.
Lizard folks are proficient at that.
You want to cut.
But anyways, are the 3 of you doing anything other than that action? Because it's about to engulf this entire arena.
Katarina will kind
We-
of like get under his shield.
Yeah, he just drops his. The one thing he did take from the castle is his tower shield, and he puts it like around her.
Okay.
I will.
Samdi.
Ooh.
Where the fuck is it? Telepathic speech. There it is. Right. I'm going to, since the only ones within 30 feet of me are those 2, I'm going to telepathically speak to Katarine. And this is probably the first time she's ever been telepathically spoken back to.
The fuck?
Yeah, and he's just going to say, "This is going to turn interesting." And the alligator smiles at you.
There's just glare, and I'm gonna start casting Tiny Hut. I know it takes a minute, but I'm gonna
Alrighty.
start.
It will, yes. Alrighty. Then, at the end of the outside turn.
Could I have said something
The-
hearing
Yeah, you know we've.
Jack speak with my 4 words?
Sure.
Boss, get to me.
Ooh, he cares about you. Well, as this is happening, were you going to move, Jack?
Is anyone else moving? Anyone else as the sands are approaching? Do I see other movement in the crowd?
A few of the people are running away from it,
Okay, so
and some of the other people who have been here longer look more curious at it.
I grab Ash by the shoulder and I say, "Come," and we're just gonna move. We're not gonna jump into the arena, but we're gonna come up. Oh, I'm on. How do I turn that off?
Just go to the arrow.
There we go. But we're gonna turn purple. Was that me or someone else?
Oh no, that's deliberate by me.
Oh yeah, purple sand.
Yeah.
So I've got I can't move Ash. I've got Ash by the shoulder, and I'm trying to take us to the wall of the where it starts, so that if we have to jump down, we can jump down.
Alrighty. So the two of you are approaching, and the sand completely rolls in. Bart and Samdi are the only two who don't have to do anything. Everybody else, I need you to give me wisdom saving throws.
Finally, something happens. Let's see.
Is the Conqueror giving me his presence?
Is he high enough level for that? Yeah, he is. Unfortunately not. He was not made aware of the sands until it's too late,
Yeah,
so...
yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know. You know, we're chums. So.
You Wang Chunged what?
Funny.
Why'd you do that to him?
You said wisdom, right?
Alright. Yes, I did. Holy fucking shit. Jack. Actually, everybody. Roll initiative.
I was neither nimble nor quick.
Are we keeping what we have right now?
We're keeping what we have right now. Jack and Fen are the only two who failed. Ash, you were just barely successful.
Damn.
Yeah. So, is that everybody? Ash, Bart, Cat outside, which is just going to be the people. Cat, Fen, Samdi, Jizumi, and Jack. Fen and Cat, who has the higher dex? Because you guys don't have tiebreakers on. A +4? You do. Okay. So, as the sand moves in here, a couple of the people begin like shrouding themselves in. Samdi, you've been out inside of the sandy areas plenty of times. One of the best ways to guard yourself against it, that lizard folk know out of instinct, is to hold your breath. Because you can do that for a long fucking time. Bart, as it's kind of like rolling into you, you see it like coagulate on your tongue and then just roll off as it is slamming. And Katarine, you're starting to like feel a little woozy. Ash, you feel a little woozy, but nothing happens. And Ash, you notice Jack's grip on your arm is tightening a lot. Jack and Fen, both of you are maddened with rage right now inside of this sand. You view everybody in proximity to you as someone you want to kill.
Oh no.
Ew, no.
And that comes up to Fen's turn.
Okay then. I'm trying to see what would be the best thing to kill someone.
Vision obscured, Joey.
Vision obscured, range of visual prowess halved. So if you have 60 feet of dark vision, it's now 30. Actually, we'll just put that for everybody. Everybody's visual prowess, 30 feet across the board.
My God, I can see better now.
Dark enough.
I want to make the rhinoceros race
sure.
that's nearsighted.
Okay. All right. I guess I will just primal savagery the guy in front of me. Yeah.
Love that spell.
As the jaw semi like. Oh no, it's gonna be claws. As like his hands extend.
You can do it with your jaws. Fuck
yeah,
it.
I know, but you know, I'll mix it up.
Fine.
So a claw kind of like just comes out that's just dripping with like this poison almost, and I'm gonna make an attack at him with primal savagery at the Conqueror.
All right, go ahead.
That's fine.
You focus much more intently, and those of you unaffected by the savagery right now, and Fen, even like further away in your mind, he notices that shift in you, and he immediately begins taking the battle much more seriously and deflects off the side of his blade for the first time against you, maneuvering out of the way, not just relying on his armor. And he's looking very intently at you now, confused.
And then I turn into
Wonder Twin powers activate.
the giant snake again.
All right.
I'm a snake.
Slip a slide.
Well, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Katarine, you see him and his entire demeanor shifts right now, and you see a couple of the average-looking folk near you as well. They're like reaching for pots and beginning to move towards you and Bart and themselves, people they're sitting with, hostilely, ready to break them over heads. What are you doing? Clearly something is wrong here.
God damn, the freaking tiny hut's gonna take fucking 10 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, 9.
Technically, you're right. 9.
You
'cause
already
we
started the
spent a
round.
Technically.
Yeah.
I'm going to like watch somebody very suspiciously, but one of the people that are coming nearby is gonna get firebolted.
All right, give me an attack roll.
These poor.
Did you fail
innocent
too?
Combatants. No, she just sees them coming
No.
at her.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You don't have to be charmed into murder.
Not in this
Sometimes
world.
murder
This
just
individual-
charms its way into you.
The individual, like,
Yeah.
he grabs a pot, and as he's running over towards you, everybody who is sentient notices Katarine just looks over at him. And what does it look like when you cast that spell at him?
So she has one thing I did forget to describe is that she has a necklace on that is a vial, and so as that it like will open up into like a flame, and as she'll like spin it and toss it as it comes close.
Alrighty, and the flame spins around and strikes into the person. Just out of curiosity, roll your damage, I'm wondering. Commoners that have like 5 hit points. Yeah, okay. And they start writhing around on the ground as one of the other people runs over to them and starts like smashing a pot into their burning state. Like totally crazed out of their minds right now.
Not us.
Samdi, that's curious. And you seem to be completely like fine right now.
Hold on. All right. Sandy is going
All
to
right.
send that little telepathic thing to Katarine, and he's going to say, "Now, princess, I recommend you don't breathe that air in." And Sandy's actual form is going to like swirl his hand through the air to catch some of the sand,
Okay.
and he's going to just like drip it into a vial.
All right, give me a survival check to collect sand for your turn.
I got like 10 minutes of this bullshit.
Technically, but like we're an initiative.
Yeah, but he's not too perplexed by us. Survival. There it is.
Alrighty. You manage to very quickly fill up a vial with the sands, just like clotting it and tossing it in and having no real big issue with it. That's the end of your turn.
Is there anyone moving towards me? I never said it was the end of my turn.
There are average individuals fighting amongst themselves, and one of them looks like he's probably going to turn to you after he kills the person next to him.
So I've got a turn. I'll have my turn then. After I step a
All
bit
right.
closer.
Jezemy is going to look around and call over, "Roline, this isn't good. We're forfeiting the match immediately. People, help me restrain him." And he's going to lift his hands up towards you, Fen, and command winds to lift you into the air.
You could not do that before.
So Constitution saving throw as the snag. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
good for both
yeah.
of you. He doesn't have to fight you.
Well,
And
he
you all
might
watch
die
as-
if we fight.
True. Yeah. Yeah. He puts his hands outwards and lifts you into the air. And as that happens, he's just going to... You rise up 20 feet into the air
Okay.
above him. And he is going to begin charging back towards the crowd. 10, 20, 30. And he's going to bonus action Shield of Faith himself. Because now he actually has to take this seriously.
That would drop his concentration.
Levitate.
Oh, yeah, good point. He would know better,
Oh,
not
okay.
me. So, never mind. Taking you out as the biggest threat here right now is more important.
Yeah. Also, the snake, like all the scales have like flicked up pretty much.
That's not natural.
That's not natural.
Jack, your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Move to there. And should be out of
Or-
everyone's visual. Yep.
Didn't he fail?
Yeah, 30 feet. Yeah, he did fail. Jack.
Yep.
Murder.
Yep,
Murder.
Yep,
Murder.
that's what I'm doing now. So,
Okay, so you're ignoring the person whose wrist you were holding?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you
Murder.
yeah,
Murder.
I'm
Ash.
pissed. I'm pissed because this is not the person you're supposed to be fighting. I'm totally pissed.
The sands have you in a charmed-like state. Murder. 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 Closest person
you
to
have
you.
to murder Ash.
Okay.
In your mind. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
It's whoever's
So I
near you.
can't-
It's whoever's
Yeah.
near you.
It's not just angry, it is
Okay. I just
ravaging.
okay. That's fine. I had just assumed
Yeah.
that if I was already angry at Jezime, that anger would carry through and intensify it. That was my player assumption.
Oh, 100%, but right now there's 2 other people you can kill before him.
All right. Well, in that case, let me move myself back. Actually, you know what? F it. Because I would not have stayed next to him. So, yeah. So I'm still going to be there.
Yep.
And no one else, I'm assuming, can really see. but I make a movement with one hand like this, and a thin, shimmering playing card throws out of one hand. I'm instead of daggers.
Yeah. It's
And
cool.
then for that's the first throw.
Okay. Go ahead, Gambit.
All right. Oh, I still didn't set up a.
Now, I will say Fen sees, but
Okay.
yeah. It's
All right. I'll just do this for the hit rather than rolling a d20 because it's already set up. 10 probably misses.
Ash, 100%. Yeah.
And then I do the same with my other hand.
All right, go for it.
19. Does
19.
that hit?
Oh, yeah. His AC is 16.
Okay. So roll
D4.
1d4 and then slash roll.
No, thank God.
1d. I'm not.
Now, Ash, do you have magic hands yet?
No. No.
Not yet. All right, so you can't catch it until you have magic
Oh,
hands.
you mean okay, that's what you meant. Might have
Oh no.
what's it called again? Not magic hands. Deflect missiles. Yes, I have that.
Key strike.
No. Magic hands is where you can punch ghosts. Your hands count as magical for the purposes of
I
attacking
think it's like
things.
key strike.
That's when. Yeah. That is when I allow you to catch magical things interacting with you, like fire bolts.
Okay, and yeah,
Psychic
I've
blades.
never seen. I never seen anything called magic hands. So
It's not called that. It's called something else. Let me
Key
look at your character
strike.
sheet. Key strike.
Yeah.
Do you have
Key
key
and power.
strike?
Yes,
Strike.
at 6, so he has it now.
Key and power. Okay. You could deflect missiles that if you would like.
okay, I will.
Roll deflect missiles.
Ash. I mean, not Ash. I'm Ash. I'm Ash.
Oh,
Ash, stop.
It's
Yeah,
good you
what-
pump yourself up.
where am
It's
I
like when an
rolling?
anime character screams their attack name.
Pikachu.
What was it rolling?
Just-
Rolling again?
Ash, catch up.
It's on your
Fucking
character.
damn
Let me
it.
just-
Let's see. Patient defend. What is that stupid thing? I use it so
Deflect
rarely.
missiles. 1d10 plus dexterity and
Yeah.
monk levels.
And
So roll a d10.
D10. I can do that.
That's literally enough.
Yeah, so you catch it in your hand as it is about to like stab into you, and you can throw it
So-
as a key point, or you could just
how?
drop it.
What does he roll? How does that work? Oh, deflect.
Deflect missiles is if there is a single target attack at
Uh-huh.
him that's range, he can catch it and try to negate the damage before it actually hurts him.
Okay.
And if he drops that damage to 0, he can spend a key point to throw it back
Okay,
at
so
the
it's
person.
10 damage, and he reduced it by 6 plus.
6 plus his dex plus his
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
monk
just trying to
roll.
figure out how it works.
So yeah.
Okay, so Jack, stop it! And he throws the. I throw the. Throw it back.
Yeah, because that's gonna stop it. Was when you
Can you?
stab it with its
Well,
own card.
okay.
So
It's a key point to toss it back. So
yeah,
yep, go
I just
ahead.
keep-
But it vanishes immediately after it hits or misses the target and leaves no mark. It's not like
This is his monk specific effect. So you're right, but as it is impacting, he catches it and tosses it just as quickly. Like
Haha.
monks have that.
yeah,
only
I know they can
one-
deflect it. I'm just
yeah.
thinking if it's a psychic attack.
I'm not allowing this special ability to circumvent
Okay.
every other ruling I've given towards magic thus
Okay,
far.
no, that's fine.
It's powerful enough.
So do I roll anything for the attack?
Yeah, give me a monk unarmed strike.
Oh,
He's
Zach.
throwing it back to you faster than you can process it.
That hits. Roll your damage.
nice. Let's scroll down to see.
So you take 5 psychic damage from the same attack going sent back at you.
Okay. Does the damage we take affect the charm that we're under at all?
No, it does not. Alrighty. So that's your turn, Ash or Jack.
Yep, that was my movement, my action, and my bonus action.
All right, Ash. It is now your turn. You see, the crowd is becoming ravaged, and there's a few sentient individuals. With your observant feat, you know who is crazy and who is not. Anybody who's crazy right now, mark your token with let's go with red.
How's Roland doing?
Roland seems perfectly fine.
Sneaky motherfucker. Time to die.
But yes, you know who is crazy and who is not. Ash, what are you doing?
Let's see. When you can use one to. Okay, I will teleport up to Jack and try to win them. So unarmed strike to the solar plex.
Go for
I
it.
literally thought you were just going to say knee him in the nuts.
14.
That was Kai, not Ash. Yes.
Jack, does 14 hit?
Oh man. Okay.
And I missed it. I'm sorry. What did you do for the
I tell.
attack?
Punching at you.
You teleported.
Allow him to speak, please, everybody. Go ahead, Ash. It is your turn. You
I
speak.
teleport up to you and punch you in the stomach.
All right, and whew, you miss.
I get 2 attacks, don't I? Or is that with?
Yep, you have 5th level. You have 2 attacks.
Okay, much better.
22, I believe,
Yep,
hits.
that hits.
And then
Are you
a
going
sling strike.
anything else? All right, so you take 7 bludgeoning, and I need you to make a con save, Jack.
All right. Con save 11.
What's your DC?
The SS is 14.
Okay. Jack, you are now stunned. All right.
Yeah, then that's it. I'm just going to try to choke him out, but that's all for my turn.
Alrighty. Bart, you see another individual is moving hostilely towards you, and Samdi moves towards you, putting his back with you guys, and you 3 seem to be the sentient ones in this section.
Princess, it is probably not a good idea to kill these civilians. It would appear they're taken over by some kind of madness. Try to go easy. And he'll just say that whilst punching the nearest one in the side of the head.
Alright, give me an attack roll. Try to go easy.
Yeah, I'll just use my longsword, but I'm just trying to fight non-lethally. So punching them with the, pommel.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're smacking them with the side of your sword,
24 hits.
using
Roll
it
your
like a
damage.
baseball bat.
They have 5 hit points. The guy and just drops unconscious.
Is there another one within swinging range?
Yeah, one coming over to Samdi.
Yeah, Bothakov will just, shuffle around, still keeping Catherine within protection range, and then just bonk the other dude.
You miss on that one.
Rude.
Non-lethal is really difficult to pull off.
Yeah. Hang on.
The way you've been living lately, so.
Hang on.
Yeah?
Do I have...
Bullshit abilities, I assume so.
Yes. Do I have an advantage?
I mean, no? Unless you declared beforehand.
No, it's fine.
All right.
I was just thinking, because I get bullshit advantage as well.
Yeah, I know.
Super advantage for crits on smites.
That's why I labeled you on the overlay, just DPS. That's all you are.
Protection.
Alrighty.
But yeah, that's me done.
Outside's turn. Roline is going to whistle outwards. Jessamine, you get back here! And you see Ash and Fen, who are just barely close enough to him to see him in the state of everything. He moved a cloth over his nose and is kind of guarding himself from these sands. You get back here and you kill him! I order you! And he points at you, Fen. Shit. And he's going to take off 15, 30. Fen, your turn.
What can I do?
What can I say?
Not move,
except-
because you're levitating 20 feet in the air.
I guess I'm holding my action to attack the nearest person when I drop to the ground, coiling up and just ready to.
That's fair. That's
Which
fair.
is Ash currently.
Yep. Cat.
Fine, I will not kill them. And I will cast a wall of sand around us.
Great flavor spell for this area. I
Yes.
like it.
And let's see, it can be up to 30 feet long.
You make the wall of sand so it excludes me. God,
Well, no, I'm just gonna put it square around us, and it's 10 feet high, 10 feet thick, and it blocks line of sight.
Ooh. Okay. That means you 3 are not a threat to anybody who could see you and go kill.
Exactly, so they can't see us.
Yep. All right, is that
Yes.
your turn? Alrighty. Samdi, your turn.
They can't see us, can they?
probably not.
Maybe the swirling snake in the air.
Are you
That
more than
sounds-
10 feet in the air?
20.
Fuck.
And I'm quite large as a snake.
Just,
I can see you. I'm going to
all right.
message to Katarine. An interesting.
You know you can speak, right?
I can, but I don't want to waste my breath.
Oh, fine.
I'm just going to say, that's odd. You know, this leaves us trapped here with a snake in the distance. Sorry, whenever Jehu moves,
That's what snakes do. That's exactly what they do.
this is going. Sorry, I'm mixing accents. This is gonna be a while, considering it's a sandstorm in the desert. We suggest we just holler here. And I believe mine allows you to message me back.
If you leave when everyone else has killed each other,
I can make that go faster.
please do.
I'm going to see if I can't put my head through the sand.
Is it a malleable sand?
I will put in chat.
Thank you. Swirl of sand around and pointing 30 feet, 10 feet wide, thick, and it vanishes when the spell ends. It blocks line of sight, but not movement. Okay, you can move through it.
I'm just gonna stick my head through the wall into this direction.
Yeah.
So you just see the fucking. I think there's crocodiles in the desert, so Nile. So it's just the snout goes through first, then the eyes, and wasting a bit of my air.
I don't think you can make it through because it's 3 feet of movement for every foot, and it's a 10-foot wall. Or you just make it through. I'm trying to do the math.
Oh, yeah, it'll be all 30 feet of movement for you to get through.
After what I'm about to do, there's not going to be a lot of people left.
Okay.
I'm just going to look at the largest cluster of people beating the shit out of each other.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, oh god, I feel like a fucking escort. Well,
If shoe
y'all are
fits.
off to the party, and I'm going to hunger of Hadar them.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just roll the damage.
Yep, I'll roll that because I have it in the thing, Bob.
Yeah, before I bother rolling dex saves.
I don't know where, so it's just going to be some 46.
Yep.
There it is.
No reason for me to roll. All right. A cluster of betters are now dead.
They're going to like halfway sink into the ground before the spell just stops. And now they're like embedded in the ground.
Oh, the noise.
Catherine just looks at Barta and goes, was not me.
Oh, they can't even see.
You can hear, but you can't see.
You hear the unconsolable noises of the void.
Yep.
And it's just and it's just Santi's tail wagging on the other side of the wall.
Alrighty. So that's your turn.
I do not like this crocodile man. He seems more dangerous than he lets on.
Jezemi will run, and all of you hear him yelling, "What the fuck is happening with the sands? Why are you not affected? It's a disease. Fuck. Any champions of valor? Anyone? Combatants against nature? Shit. Paladins.
Yes?
He will use his action. Remove the disease.
Oh, yes, I can do that. Princess, with me.
I'm 20 feet.
Jack, it is now your turn. Oh yeah,
I'm
he'll
stunned.
raise you another 20 feet, Fen.
He's stunned.
Okay. Yes, you are. Ash, Jack is currently stunned right now, looking hazed and not crazed anymore either.
Oh, he doesn't look crazed.
No, he looks dazed and stunned, but not crazed anymore.
Okay, I was going to put him in story-wise put him in sleeper hold, but I thought there's a mechanic for that. But I'm going to go move here because the snake is hissing at me, and then I
40
guess
feet in the air.
if Jack looks like he's normal, then I'll just slap him. Jack, wake up!
The snake god is rising.
So is that your action?
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Jack, you're back to being you, and you're not. You know what happened to you. You were forced to do this, but you're not affected by it anymore.
Okay.
All right, Bart, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Catherine to follow me and sort of leap into the arena. You say I've got like difficult terrain everywhere, don't I?
It's 30 feet of movement to get through the wall. It's a 30-foot wide wall, so it takes you all of your movement to get there
Okay.
on a base movement.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna dash move to get. I could get here. I'm just
God.
gonna get sort of here for the moment and end my turn, just so that Catherine can still get up to me, and I'm not within range of angry snake boy.
Alrighty. Outside, more people are coming to attack one another, but now mostly everybody is dead except all of you. And yeah, Fenrith, your turn.
I drop my fucking snake form,
Sink.
and in that moment, with the storm around me floating high in the air, I cast Call Lightning. Because there's a storm,
Nice.
technically.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yep.
Lightning storms in the desert, totally a thing.
And we're in a storm right now.
And the ground turns into glass.
God damn
Is
it, and I
that-
can't see
that-
anything
Ah,
either.
those
Counter
jokes.
smell it. Fuck!
Yup.
And I call
So draw your
lightning
line.
on Jezemi.
Oh, so not hitting anybody else, just him.
Nine.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he has disadvantage on his saving throw because technically he doesn't see
And
it coming.
another D10. 18 lightning damage.
On disadvantage, he failed to save, and he will take the 18 points of damage. And you all hear a loud, as it also stabs through him and hits the proctor. That's collateral damage. Alrighty, that's your go then, I guess. Oh yeah, con save.
Leave me in the air.
He is,
Yes!
for the time being. Katarine.
Fucking waste. And like, we'll dismiss Wall of Sand.
Fools.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll cast Phantasmal Force around Fenrith. and it is a metal clamp keeping his jaw shut.
Oh, all right. Intelligence save, Fen.
Intelligence.
Man
A
in the
20.
iron.
Fuck!
Oh, you're so good at that.
Oh god.
It's all right. He wasn't a snake anymore anyway, so
Yeah.
What's
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Well,
like
true.
a
verbal.
like a muzzle, metal muzzle.
I mean, it still works with anything with verbal components. He believes he can't
Yeah,
open his
yeah.
mouth. Like,
Action. Okay.
What happens with Phantasmal Force if I save?
Nothing.
nothing. It's save or suck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Oh,
All right.
Joey, does anything happen? Because it says I take control of the existing storm.
Roll it in chat for me.
It's in chat. I'll just show the description.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 10-foot line,
just didn't know if
60-foot
anything,
radius,
like-
center and point.
Like flavor-wise
cloud.
happens.
Mess with the storm, man.
You know what? I like flavor. Flavor's a fun thing. Fenrith, you hear inside your mind as you command the storm to strike somebody. You don't understand it, but it seems to be hyping you up for murder. All right, Samdi, your turn.
I know where the proctor is, right? I don't see him, but I know where he hangs, right?
Yeah, he was over here.
Sorry. And he's just going to hum as he's rotting down 30 feet. Did I see the proctor somewhere around here?
You see his charred body lying up against the wall. That was way more damage than he could possibly have not died to.
Oh, hey, look. Can't see. I'm just gonna dash, slide down the line towards Jezemy.
He's looking real fucking rough now.
Afternoon, Jezemy. Gonna look at the proctor's corpse. Do I see both my beddings and Katarine's beddings?
Let me read that spell.
If it's wrist pocket.
Yeah, but it would have been the proctor, not the bookie.
That's the same person. The person taking all the bets is the one who
Oh, I thought it was two
announcing
different. I was
everything.
picturing
Yeah.
two different.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the low end gambling place. They can't afford that many
Okay,
employees.
gotcha.
Not at their wages.
I cast Prison Wallet.
Samdi, you know the bookies. They have a magic item on them, typically, that allows them to do that. You know, disappear the money, resummon it in here. You don't see the things around him, but that magic item should be on him somewhere. Next turn, if you want to investigate the body, you're welcome to.
I'm going to say to Jezemy, okay, so slightly out of character. I don't know if I should feel bad, or if I'm going to do something that's going to make me feel bad about it.
What are you doing? I can't translate that.
No, yeah, I'm wondering if I should just fucking. No, I'll wait a turn.
Okay. Jessamine will look at you, like spit out a little bit of blood. Are you crazed?
Have I ever been?
Other paladin, are you close to the body? Fen needs to be healed.
I am on it. Don't worry.
Good. I'll drop him. Fen.
I slowly come down.
Well, he raises you another 20 feet, and then drops
Yeah, but you gently come to the ground when it's ended.
Sense.
Never mind. Then he doesn't want to raise you. He'll just drop. Yeah, that's so much more boring. And he's gonna dump 20 points of lay on hands into himself. Yeah, he has to. He's fucking rough right now, and he's going to 10. Actually, no. Wait, he was here. 10, 20, 30, 10. He'll call out as he is running. Might be our only chance to do that, Fen. And then just keep running. Jack, your turn.
Yep. I am just going to move since I'm no longer stunned, right? Yep. And then
That is correct.
Bonus action hide.
Go for it.
Just under the table.
Man, yep, exactly.
You go underneath the grill, and would you like to take a slab of kebab with
Sure.
you as you're going? I'll allow it. Okay.
Oh.
You fuck. Free kebab.
And that's my
Sandy, but I mean, you're used to it by now. All right.
It gives you extra minerals.
Ash.
So I slapped Jack, and he seemed to wake up, and he just ran off.
Yeah.
Jack seems to be my main focus, so I'm gonna go. Well, can I follow him?
I mean, you can follow the general direction. Your passive would notice him under the table.
I lean over. Jack, what the fuck's going on?
no response.
Well, can I flip the table?
Why?
Just it'd be funny. I'm pissed off at Jack. Don't worry about it. Never mind.
What would you like to do then?
That's it.
All right. Bart, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run up to the now ground-born Fenrith and just pump 5 points of lay on hands at him to drop whatever disease is afflicting him.
All right. I'm gonna need you to first grapple him to succeed.
No.
Sure.
God,
I mean,
he's
I
a-
literally just need to touch him, but
Right, but Fenrith is a nimble fucker.
it's weird, like
You need to touch and action pump. Like you're gonna have to catch him.
All right.
You're gonna have to catch him.
Athletics, then, isn't it?
Opposed.
So
Yeah.
is it me just doing athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use my advantage on this.
Please beat me.
Thank God!
The fucking
He
plus
is
10.
a rascally fucker. You see him move as serpentine-like as he was up there, trying to dodge out of the way, and you manage to just hulk over him, barely grabbing on, and pump 5 points.
Thank God. I was like, please.
Then, oh, okay, now you're calm.
Mr. Wild Boy, have you calmed down now, or do I need to apply more force?
I just kind of nod.
Good.
Can I?
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And I will release the.
We're going through one more round of combat. Outside is doing what they're doing. Fenrith,
What's this thing you dropped down in the middle here, Joey?
a token so I could just send the glow everywhere.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah.
The
It's
aura
Would
snake.
it take my action to understand what Jezumi was trying to say?
insight check.
16.
Probably a reference to what you two talked about over at the
Do I
stand.
see any of the leaders? The one fucker.
You don't even see Jack.
Perfect. I'm just gonna destroy. I'm gonna hit a lightning bolt on the gate of the arena.
Can you see that far?
Like whatever is like the most important thing of the arena.
The gate.
Yeah.
He knows where it is.
I'm just gonna move towards it if I can't see,
Yeah, you know where
and
it
I'm
is.
just gonna call lightning on top of it.
Alrighty. You hear that same voice as you are commanding it again, and it strikes through the wall, shattering that nice, beautiful Kateri symbol. Katarine?
She would not realize that Fenrith, I mean, especially doing that, was like out of it. So she's gonna run up and hypnotic gaze.
That wisdom.
Might be charisma.
Wisdom's, yeah.
Yeah, it's wisdom, I think.
Been before you roll that one. No, never mind.
Damn.
I am a druid.
I know.
Yeah. No.
No.
He was supposed to succeed the first time.
Yeah, that is true.
Alrighty. Some D.
So I see the charred corpse.
Yeah? Just
I'm going to search him.
roll me an investigation.
I want to use my advantage. 15.
15. You do find his wristwatch. That seems to have some type of significance to his status in Kateri, and it's the only thing that looks remotely potentially magical for you to quickly take. And
I'm gonna take it off of him,
okay,
and I'm going to place it in my mouth.
Om nom.
Giant alligator
all right,
mouth.
it is now in your mouth. Jack.
I'm just gonna stay there.
All right, Ash.
Seriously, Jack, get out here and tell me what's going on. That's it.
No response.
All right. And Bart, this is going to be the end of everything transpiring. As everybody seems to be calming down, all of you hear one another in the area, but the sounds of mindless murder seems to subside. And with all of this being your encounter for the day, you are evaluating these sands, realizing you probably shouldn't stay in here too long, just for fear of something else happens. And Bart, you can't break people out that often.
Princess, we should go.
Agreed. And she'll walk over and kind of get back under the tower shield.
There's a message to Katarine. I'll be with you shortly.
Great.
Joey, is it destroyed?
Is
The
what
gate?
destroyed?
Yeah.
The gate? Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
completely
good.
destroyed.
Alright. I'll drop my lightning and walk over to Jack. Because I can see, I know where he hid. He didn't keep like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Your passive notices him as well. You can, boop, and you all can move freely now.
Boss.
You're not gonna bite me, are you?
Get under here, Fen. It's safer until the storm passes.
Oh, now you talk. What is this stuff?
Boss, I can sense it in the air. The storm's dying down. But we should go in case anything comes back.
Yes, but what direction? Can you see what? I don't want to keep walking with the storm, or I don't know how far it is, or where to go. Will you be walking blind unless you know otherwise?
What is this stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Jack, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Can I do an Arcana check on it to see?
You may.
I will use
Jack,
my
there were-
advantage.
Jack, there were voices in the sound.
22.
22. Now, you're not positive if this is a crafted magical thing or a natural magical thing. It's hard to distinguish. You don't have much experience in Arcana, particularly around sand and deserts in particular, but you are aware that there are some magics that can be manipulated in this manner. By your best estimate, the sands are probably trying to manipulate people into murderous intent. So the longer you're in here, the worse it's going to get for you. Though, you do realize it's definitely strange that Bart is immune to it, but based off of his abilities, he's usually immune to quite a few things.
Well, and she will dust it out of her hands. I wish I had knew more about sand and its capabilities, but fuck, I do not know if we should make the hut here or leave. The rest of the city may be under it.
Crocodile Man, what do you think? Will this sandstorm move to other places in the city, or should we leave and find somewhere more comfortable for shelter?
Hold on a second. He'll look at you for a solid second. And do you have anything to protect yourself against psychic intrusions?
No.
Alright then. He will say to your mind, this usually passes over in 15 minutes depending on the storm variety. However, there is nothing natural about this. I suggest we move on.
You are one creepy fucking lizard.
I'm
But-
aware.
But you handled yourself nicely, and you don't seem to be untrustworthy. You should stick together.
There's a shortened chuckle as kind of cuts himself off. That's the first time I've heard that. And he'll smile
Opinions
again.
can change.
And
You
so we leave. Others,
Woman,
this
If you
will
are
only
to-
get worse.
woman, if you were to conduct mating rituals as a pufferfish, you should probably practice more.
what the fuck did you just say to her?
When she did that staring into me.
That is not a mating ritual.
They will stare at Katarine. Oh,
I've seen many animals do such things, but
You're really quiet, Zen.
sorry. The back's facing this way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
If you speak to
So-
my mistress like that again, you will find your tongue keeping your toes company.
I do not have the tongue of a giraffe. But
No,
impossible.
you do not. It will be on the floor, separate from the rest of your body.
He means it.
I'll move over to Fenrith.
Back.
I'm gonna move over the mental link to Fenrith. Fenrith, you did wonderful. However, leave the comments until we're out of this storm. It's going to get more effective, I believe.
Lizard man, someday there were voices in the storm. That wasn't a normal one. It could stay longer.
That's what I said.
And we're gonna leave its tiny hut. Just fuck it.
so you guys are staying inside
I
of
think
the
we
storm.
should go. Come
Princess,
to my
do
boss's
not-
place. I send in to Jack. I invited them to your house.
Right. Let's go then. Hopefully,
All right.
and I'll start. I'll tap Ash on the shoulder and just kind of do a follow me wave when I start.
So, you all begin walking away. You see the carnage of a few other tussles that happened a little further out as you're all leaving. Fen and everyone else in particular notices Jessamine on the outskirts of the arena. And you realize as soon as you walk through the edge wall that this appears to be a dome-shaped storm inside of the localized area, which is very strange, concentrated within this location specific.
And it's not moving
This
or rolling.
storm was made.
As you all walk out of here, Fen, it doesn't seem to be moving. But Ash would notice Jessamine drew a line in the sand that appears to be just on the inside of the wall. Jessamine looks over at you, Fen, then looks at Jack. Well, glad to see at least some people survived.
Well, I mean, I guess the jaws finally collapsed in around some of them.
He gives you a not too encouraging look. Well, I have to go back to my master. Gonna figure out what the fuck all this is. Meet me tonight at Fasid's bar. Discuss it.
Yeah.
He'll just walk away from the dome at this point, leaving a second line in the sand just on the outside of it.
So he's made a border, or not a border, like a measuring tape, or like inside and outside.
Yeah.
Santi will say to the rest of the people as he opens his mouth and retrieves the wristwatch as most civilians have left or died, either or. Just going to place it on his own wrist. He doesn't mind it, it's saliva. And he's going to say, I will meet you at the bar then.
I thought you were crocodile, not hamster.
Funny joke.
Where did you get that watch? I remember seeing that on the bookkeeper.
Some good has to come out of this situation. I'll
Some
meet you
good
at the bar.
has my jewel in it.
Yes, I don't suppose you saw a...
I didn't even see
ruby.
my own coinage. But I'm making that up with this. Should so.
Bastard must have
Although-
hidden your mother's gems.
Take that up with the, what's the name of the fucking...
Katira Mill.
Take that up with some of the higher-ups of Katira. I'm going back to the...
So, Samdi walks off in his direction. Same general direction as Jezemi, but slightly more towards the centralized area in town.
Fenn's gonna turn around and look at the others that are with him, and look at Jack. Boss, we should take them back to your den.
I say to Fen mentally, fine. Invite them, tell them to follow it, and let's go. And I just turn around and I start walking toward.
My boss has invited you back to his place.
Half of this party telepathic.
Yes.
Over half,
At
yeah.
least. Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment I allowed the book, everyone went, I want that.
Hey, we all pick differently.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
we did.
And I actually picked the class before you said the book, so.
Nice. Alrighty. So, Jack,
Yep.
this is your fun moment. You get to choose, 1 second,
You're home.
somewhere in that district where your home is. Not the big one, not the other big one, a small one. You're not that rich. And just outline it with your color.
Let's do.
Because this is the Katsune district. Or sorry, you're not Katsune, are you? No.
No, I'm.
No, you're Kazi. Then that's the wrong area.
Okay.
My bad. That's Katsune district. Yours would be this area, as well as the actual casino
boss?
itself, but excluding the big ones.
Boss.
Yeah, I had figured it out on the other one. Probably the one on the edge. Where? Okay, so.
Wagtail,
shape.
please be near woods.
Did that go on the screen?
I see it.
Yes, it did. Just gonna make it a little bigger. So you have a nice little farm plot land that takes you all about 35 minutes to walk to through town. Unfortunately, you all don't have the permission to use the waterway or bridges, which means you have to walk all the way around the spire to get into town to then walk all the way out here. But you get over close to the casino wall, the large separating wall that stops everybody from climbing into the casino free of charge. You have to pay to get in there, and then pay to gamble, and then pay to do anything else. But you have a nice little plot of land here that is specific to you. The agriculture happens freely without you tending to it at all, but you don't own the garden. It just is on your plot of land, and you can take what you want from it to feed yourself. It is one of the agreements between the Almaj and all of the other tribes out here as well.
I've secretly casted
So-
plant growth on it in the past.
Good.
Just
So, you all walk through town to make it all the way into that. Sorry, that was a little loud. To make your way over into your estate. Now, Jack, describe your nice but humble.
Yeah, it is humble. It's nice. I mean, it's kept decently clean, nice. But everything in there is nice, but it has a little bit of a used feeling to it. Nice couch, but it's older. Nice chairs, but they're older. Nice table. Everything seems to have a little bit of age on it. There are a couple, I forget what they're called, the cabinets with the glass and then have the knickknacks in it. So there's some places with some knickknacks inside. And there is a room for Fen, and Fen has his own room. Jack has a master bedroom in there.
do
and
not
then
go
there's-
in there.
Yeah, don't go in there. And then there's a big room that used to be like we weren't in the desert, you'd call it a sunroom. So it's not like a lot of glass or anything like that, but it's just a nice empty big room that you might do meditations or yoga or something. But it's kind of bare. There's not much in there. It's just an extra room for that.
All right. And one aspect about the entire city of Casino, aside from the richest of the rich, everything bathroom-wise is an outhouse. You do have a washroom as well, but there's an outhouse that the Almage clean out every couple of days to compost. You got to make use of what you got in this territory to survive. So, yep.
And so as we go in, Jack will take off his hat, his derby. He's got a little place on the wall that he hangs it, and goes and sits in the only single chair in the room. Everything else is love seats. And there's what are those lounges? Chaise lounge.
Mm-hmm.
The ones you sit on. If someone wanted to.
Is that where you just?
Yeah. If
like
someone
Paint me
wanted
like one
to be
of
on
the
it.
French girls. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes and sits in his, nice lazy boy type thing, and it doesn't. But yeah. Please have a seat and let's talk.
And I think that is a perfect moment for us to end the session. Congrats, everybody. Session 0, no problem. We skipped break because I just want to keep everything flowing and going with everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.